to continue with Father Kevin's reflections on St. Ignatius and those first companions. They're outside Venice after they've been ordained, and they are now waiting for a ship that can take them to the Holy Land. So in their minds, they're hoping it's only a temporary setback, that they can't leave immediately for the Holy Land that year, but that next year hostilities will have calmed down between Venice and the Turks, and they'll be able to travel. And so in the meantime, there they are. They find ramshackle little buildings throughout the outskirts and a little further of Venice. They divide themselves up and live in really small communities. They go into the towns to beg for their subsistence. They pray and they begin to preach and do ministry in the little towns that are close to wherever it is that they are staying. And I always imagine this as a time of immense happiness for them, because they're no longer doing their studies, and so their time can be dedicated to that which they really want to do, preach the message of God. That evangelical fervor is deep within them. They're together. Miraculously, they've all arrived safely there in Venice. They even perhaps begin to meet one or two people, men who are interested in joining them, and some of them are able to say Mass. Ignatius delays. He wants to say Mass in Bethlehem, wants his first Mass to be in Bethlehem. Of course, he will never reach that goal. Instead, he'll end up saying his first Mass in Rome. But he waits there, because he's so eager. He also, I think, in his own way, now that he's ordained, he wants to prepare himself as fully as he can for this great mystery, which is the celebration of the Lord coming to us in the Eucharist. And so there in that, I imagine great joy. They spend the year. The Lord has clearly told them they can't go to the Holy Land. And so it becomes a year, as Father Kevin says, where that second novitiate, if you want, the third probation, where they begin to pray, exercises again, begin to act, in the apostolic activities that will consume them in the future, and they grow closer to each other in prayer and companionship. A wonderful time the Lord gave them there, and a wonderful time that came simply because they couldn't go somewhere else. And so in that springtime, if we want to call it, of the Society of Jesus, they grow closer to each other and closer to the Lord. And that's the wisdom of the autobiography for today.